Good morning. Good morning, traders. How are we doing today? Today is January 23rd, 2025. Market opens in about 9 minutes. So we are going to be waiting for the markets to open and seeing what kind of trades we can make today. We are already up about $12 today. Not too bad. Ooh, excuse me. Excuse me. Give me a link to share, or give me a second to share our link. You guys are all having a great day. Hope you guys can hear me okay, see me okay. All is well. Markets are at, well, we're at all-time highs and then began to sell off last night. So SQQ is now up 1.5% from yesterday's low of 27.23, now up to $28. That's a full dollar per share from yesterday, 3%. All right, just sharing my links. Making sure everyone can get in. I want you guys to remember this is 100% free for now. So this is lifetime access. When I do begin to charge, you will not be charged if you get early access right now for free. It's easy to join. That's up to you if you see value in that. Okay, links are shared. Also, we have a group, a private community on Facebook of over 70,000 members. It's like 75,000 now. And it's free. Again, you can check it out. It's Investing for Beginners community. We have over almost 6,500 subscribers on YouTube now. And over just shy of 300 members in our Discord. So our group is growing, which is great. Fantastic. All right, market opens in about 5 minutes. We are looking at, so we already made a few bucks today here. We made a few bucks on SES, 38 cents, nothing crazy. I tried to buy this breakout here. Didn't really work out so good. And then VNCE, I traded this. I bought that dip at the VWAP, sold at the high, bought that dip on, or I'm sorry, at the 9 EMA, bought that dip at the EMA, sold at the high. So bought at the 20s and 30s, sold in almost the 50s, the high 40s. Made 11 bucks, about $12 on the day. Nothing too crazy. But now we're looking to see what else we can trade today. As we do have somewhat of a playlist here. BLBX does have the potential to bounce. Looks like it might already be bouncing. We can get above 5. This can push to 6 really, really quickly. Could also get rejected. So news on this, nothing crazy. ASTT also same thing. This can jump very nicely from, if we can get above that moving average 136, 140, could get up to 170, 180-ish. That would be very nice. And then sound, we are looking at sound. as it was bullish. It is bullish at $16. This could actually sell off as soon as the market opens, or it can push up like it did yesterday. It pushed up from $15.81 to $16. That was 5% profit very easily, very nicely, buying at those lows, selling at those highs. And I did buy and sell this. I think I only made like $5. It was a very break-even trade. So that's what I'm looking at today. Either sound. Thank you, beautiful. Beautiful wife brought me some coffee. And a Metallica mug. Check that out. Bam! Metallica. If you guys want to be nice to me, just send me some coffee. French vanilla creamer. Are we pushing? And waiting on initial jobless claims. Forecast was 219. It came in at 223, which is great for the market. Good CPI and PPI with high jobless claims equals rate cuts, which, that said, yesterday's shorts increased 642,000 and returned 180,000 shares. Usually they will increase 2 million to 5 million in day while only returning 30 to 40% of that. There's still a consensus for sound to get up to $20. Again, support is going to run between 15 and 15.89. If it gets above 17, we could see 20. Momentum will also be decided by big tech earnings this week. Both retail and big money have increased their position recently. So I'm curious, is this a pump and dump? Is this kind of like a fake out? Are we going to get above 615 today? Is it going to sell off? Well, we have about 2 minutes to find out. It's been holding that support of 582 all day yesterday, as this was a strong resistance on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday it held that support. Today, this morning, it went just a little bit below that support level of 1582, but it seems to be holding very well still. It is below that 200-day moving average. It's actually above the 200-day moving average, so it is showing signs of it being bullish. I'd love to catch a move on here. See, it's coming down to 16, retesting 16. Market opens in 2 minutes, guys. Let's be very... Ooh. Here we go. This is exactly what I was talking about. If it can get above 5, this could potentially get to 6, and then there's $100 right there. News. And even ASST pushing up. It's got to get above that 137 level. You see how it's also held that support very strongly. Market opens in 20 seconds. Let's go. Market opens in just a few seconds here. All right, market is officially open. Welcome. I want to see how my positions from today went. SES not doing much. VNCE pushing up a little bit. BX. We're kind of thinking that was going to push, weren't we? Can BX hold? Is there any volume here today? Free float 1.8, volume 124. There we go. Hello, hello. How we all doing? Get rid of that. selling off, sound pushing up. I'm gonna wait to see change in direction. Where is this gonna push to? I already missed out on the move that I wanted to play. Yeah, I already missed out on the move. SMCI back to moving average. Let's see if it holds support here. Crypto pushing up. Okay. From those lows of 101,000, Bitcoin is pushing up now. Tomorrow should push up slightly. But again, shares are diluted. So it's not going up as much as it should be. Sound is 1640. I think that was our play today, guys. 15 to 16. See if we get a retest here and another bounce. Those two are dead in the water. These are our top gainers on the day. SES selling back off to $1. Jeez, look at that. Only went up about 20 cents. VNCE trying to push up above that pre-market resistance, but just isn't able to. It did for a second. Yeah, it's retesting. Now VNCE could go up to $5 to $6 even. Doesn't mean it has to, but it could. Crypto still pushing up. Mara 915 to 950. We're gonna get a pretty massive bull run here with that retracement. Sound 1650. That would have been the move right now. 16 to 1650. It would have been a heck of a lot anyways. If we can go from 1650 to 1790, then maybe, but this thing, yep, it looks like it just might. $16, that got suspended from 15 to 16. Now selling off 427, 423. Secure. Everything's just selling off now. Ooh, that was nice, from $1.60 to $1.90. Sound is 1640, retesting 1640. Looks like it is bullish. But I would be very careful with this. Shorts are coming into play. It has reached those yesterday's highs. See that? I bought at the highs for a breakout to higher levels, and it never got there. And then it sold off. So very cautious on this one. Again, should have bought pre-market. I saw that it was bullish. I saw that it was coming out. Again, it could have went bullish and then sold off very quickly. So good thing we didn't necessarily trade that and get into that high. Are we going to get a bounce off of this? Or is it going to start to fade? Market is moving, guys. Market is moving. Here we go. Are we gonna pop? I think so. I think this is a bull day. I think we're just overbought though, man. I really do. $17 isn't that much off. Yeah, 5,000 shares at 1660. Come on. We got a major short in here, okay? Be very careful. We got a short in here. Lunar pushing up. What is happening? Wow. So it is now still very bullish. Well, it's at previous resistance levels. That's what got me kind of scared, right? I would rather bought at 15 back to 23 or even 21 to 22, but how much more could we get, right? Get another 50 cents. Yeah, it's just not worth it. If we can get a bounce from even 472 to 515, that might be worth it. Not a lot of volume though there. Not a lot of volume on that either. SoFi pushing up. So we are going to try to trade Sound one more time if it gets down to this support level. This does remain bullish. That'd be amazing. And we are green today, so I'm not necessarily too worried about taking another trade. But man, look at all these trades from 19 to 1974. 74 cents a share. Are we going to find support? Or is this going to crash? Hello, hello. Major, loud and clear. Got you on in the background. Nice. Big J. Nice mug. Thanks, Causing a Ruckus. Thanks, man. Announcement. Announcement is we have surpassed our first 40% goal of the $500 trading account. Yes, that is correct. So we're trading with around, well, right around $1,000. I actually got closer to like 80% profit. And I put some money in. Added some money to it. Every month we're going to be adding money into it. Yeah, 500 at the first of the year. 500 books. Now we're just under 1,000. It's like 980, something like that. But small wins, small wins. I did add a little bit of money into it. Obviously, there's no way. I mean, you can, right? I mean, you can catching these plays, right? I'm telling you, there was a couple of moves here. What was the one that I was looking at? Was it SES? And it literally did exactly what I said it was gonna do last night. It did it this morning. No, it was Vince right here. I was like, please give me a trade anywhere from $3, and I could sell it around 4 or 5. It did it. VNCE trading at $3 as a low, 315, 350 for the longest. And I saw this trade last night. I was thinking of getting into it. And I was like, maybe not. I saw it pre-market this morning. Had that upward momentum here about 6:30 when I got on to look. Beautiful trade. 350 progress above, holding that VWAP. Even if you waited till right here for confirmation, right about 360, 365. Look at this move, guys. Even at this first resistance, 21% on $1,000 is $210. Up to this high, obviously catching it perfectly isn't always going to be the case, but even catching this second high 32%, third high 37% profit, right? I mean, at one point I could have bought 300 shares, so we could have made closer to $300 to $600 today, guys. Okay, so literally 300 bucks could make you 100, 200, $300, and you can double your account. I did take these trades. I bought in the fours, 408, 410, sold in the right under 430, and then I bought in the 20s and just shy of, bought in the 19 and 20 areas, and then sold in the high 40s, almost the 50s. Would have been nice to hold this, but hey, made 11 bucks. And then SES, I bought too high. I thought this was going to be a nice little retracement breakout here, but the breakout occurred from 83 cents to $1.19. I don't like to trade any, up 43% though, but I don't like to trade anything under $1. Waited for this to get above $1. That would have been the trade to make 20 cents. You know, you have 1,000 shares. That's $200. So still trying to find a setup for today. Sound, look, very nice. We might be able to get another setup here on Sound, guys. Sound going from 16 to 16.70 for a 5% profit. Now selling back off to $16. Let's see if we can get maybe a small entry today on this. As long as it stays bullish and above, we'll be all right. Guys, last year started with $500 and got it up to just shy of 10 grand. Pulled all that money out, and doing it again this year with another $500. It's so exciting to see small accounts grow over time. It's fantastic. Okay, we're pushing up. I only got 10 shares here. This is what I'm realizing too, is like, yesterday, I went a little bit too heavy, too fast. I went in 10 shares at 16.50, 10 shares at 16.30, 20 shares at 16.29, okay, and then a few more shares at 15.95. But by being patient, right? Direction isn't always in our favor right at the beginning, and direction isn't always clear at the beginning, okay? The first 30 minutes are crucial. 15, 30 minutes, we can see a huge pump, and then we can see it sell off. So then that could be a sign of unclear direction. Now, if this continues to rally and it continues to push up 15, 30 minutes, then we can see very clearly that, hey, maybe the day is going to look like this. The day is going to look very bullish because of signs of progress and the sign of direction, clear direction. Then you could have days like this where it's very choppy, it consolidates, and not a lot is happening, okay? Or it could have sold off. So we are waiting for signs of direction before adding more. A lot of consolidation, just like yesterday's open. Basically choppy for like the first, basically choppy all day long. It is holding that 582 support, which is what I like. Now, I would like to buy a little bit more in that price range for the next bump up, so we are going to be waiting to buy more. Causing a ruckus. You're buying in hopes Sound goes back up. Yes, I am not shorting this. I know there are some active shorters, some major shorters on this, okay? And this is risky. This is not for really any new beginners. But look at this. Previous support levels at $13 jumped up to resistance levels at $15.84. We are now at those resistance levels. So let's go ahead and get rid of a couple of these lines. These lines are a little ridiculous. 13 is a major support. Okay, I want you guys to be aware of that. 20 is a resistance, although it could get up to 25. And some analysts are saying it can get back up to 26. Now, it could go all the way back down to $8, $3, okay? Here we go, testing $16 again. This is what we want to see. Very risky, but everything's red on my charts. This is the only setup I find to be useful right now, even on my today's trades. I mean, this would have been nice, catching at 96 to 117 again. You know, if VNCE can push up too, I'd love to get in on this. You know, 425 to 474, $50. And I can't because I added the extra I added the 500 in there, so it's any volatility insufficient funds could take a couple days for you to trade, which is why I had to stop trading it. Should have held. It would have been up $40, $50 already, but that's okay. Hey, we're still green on the day. Bitcoin pushing from 101 to 105. This is insane. What the heck is Bitcoin doing? Just consolidating. Doesn't know what to do. Mara hits $20. There we go. There was a buck right there from 19 to 20. 5%. One full dollar and continuing to rise. Mara can go up to 2055, maybe 2098, but this is the most bullish it's been over the past week of just trading sideways. So Mara looking very nicely. It says I have a position open on Sound. Let's see. Pushing up about 80 cents. Is this going to be a rejection? Do you see how it's kind of fading? Very hard fade, but that's okay. We like these fades because that means we can make money, right? When it faded yesterday from highs to lows, it lost 4%. You could have shorted that and made almost 5%, okay? Then you could have bought it to low, sold it to high, made another 5%. And then you could have noticed, hey, I'm going to short this again, short it, and make another 4%. So it closed at like a half of a percent point, but you could have made 5, 10, 15% trading this company's highs and lows. So the volatility is just freaking amazing, and I love it. So we're going to see if we can hold 1580. Got our level 2s on. And I got a quote of the day, guys. 365 lovely quotes for each day of the year since we're waiting. Sound looking like it's holding that support. We're going to add 10 more. I shouldn't be adding in the middle. I should be adding on the lows. But I want to capture this trade if it does rip up to 17. Today is January 23rd. Guys, quote of the day. When you learn, teach. When you get, give. Maya Angelou. Pretty good quote, right? All right, here we go. Sound pushing up. See if we can lock in 20 bucks today. You know, you don't have to have a psychological number or whatever, but I'd be okay with 20 bucks. Which is odd because 1%, that would mean I have closer to like 2,000, but I don't. There we go. Nice little move here. Let's see if it can hold. We got some sellers at 1640. So we'll have to break 1640, but it looks like it's very bullish. Looking very nice. It broke that downward trend line, so that's what we want to see. Honestly, do you guys see what I see? Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing here? If we could follow this trend line, okay, if we could follow this trend line from point to point, this may end up getting up to $17 today. 17, yeah, this may get to $17 today, guys. If it doesn't get rejected again at 1670. Up 1%, and we're just hanging out. We're just coasting, guys. How are we all doing today? Guys have any questions? Feel free and ask. So I think this is going to be one of my new strategies moving forward, okay? It's going to be using maybe like 10 to 20% of my account value to trade momentum trades. You know, unless I get a really good trade right off the bat, and then use the other 80% to trade companies like this during open session with you guys. Because, I mean, heck, if I could lock in $100, $200 on a 10% move in the morning and then hang out with you guys and lock in another, you know, 2 to 5% while teaching and by teaching basically, right? I don't have to feel so pressure to, well, I could take a little pressure off, right? You have a nice cushion on the day, couple $100. These pre-market runners, man, are insane. I got to get up earlier. I have got to get up earlier. I even told myself last night, I'm gonna get up at 6 o'clock. And I did, guys. I got up at 6. But even 6 isn't early enough. By the time you get on the computer, it's 6:30. You know, before you actually take your first trade, it's like 6:45 maybe, 7. So we may have to start getting up at like 5 a.m. Yeah, might have to start getting up a lot earlier. Let me show you what I'm talking about. VNCE, guys. Look at this. Pre-market. Could have made most of our money in this move. Well, that's not really safe. I wouldn't have bought right there, but anywhere in this area, I would have bought up 40%. Imagine 40%, even on $1,000. That's $400 before the market even opens. Then the market opens at 7:30. You don't even care because you made your money for the day. NITO, same thing. Look at this push. From 77 cents to $1.33, 72% profit. Look how choppy this is and how much money you could have made just chopping it. Up to this, 15%. Here on EMA, another 16%. Now it's a little cheaper than I want, but here, 83 cents, $1.19. Very bullish. It was above all the moving averages. Moving average was slowly going up. And this was at like 2 in the morning, guys. 2 in the morning, 84 cents to $1.19, 42%. So if we could lock in 40%, 50%, heck, even 10% in the morning, that'd be huge. Be huge. Colorado's, I've never bought after hours. I don't understand it since the markets aren't open. There's a lot less volume. During extended trading hours, whether pre-market or after hours, there is limited volume. So, you know, having huge position sizes isn't going to help in extended hours. Now, if you see a move where you're like, okay, I'm going to buy here at extended, you could actually have a buy order and maybe not ever get filled depending on volume. So volume is very important during extended hours. Way more important, I think, than even during market hours. Looks like it's holding at 1620, so I'm going to go ahead and add another 10. Being safe, being collected. We bought 1614. We bought at 1628, slightly high. And we're buying again at 1626. Okay, we're buying in those 20 areas. So every time it hits this moving average and it holds like it was yesterday as a support, we are going to be buying more as it holds. So that way when it does finally push up, we went from, you know, making, let's see, 3%. We went from making $5 to potentially making $15 by adding more shares. Now let's see, direction can change. Here we go. And then we are going to buy at those lows. That's why I would have liked to have waited for adding more shares, right? I did the exact same thing as I did yesterday in a weird way. Could have waited maybe, gosh, another 20 seconds or so, and we would have seen this begin to sell off. I could have waited to buy these 10 shares. And that's okay. It's all about opportunity. Yep. Major, I trade Microsoft and Tesla. OOH quite a lot. Nice. Opportunistic buys or sells. Sometimes you get lucky. Yeah, exactly, right? I mean, as long as you have risk management, right? That's the whole point. We don't know the direction the market's going to take, but what we can do is be prepared, right? I wouldn't hold sound and bag hold it all the way down to $8 because I have hope. But what I did was, okay, here's my risk. I'm risking 1%. I'm going to risk $5, right? Maybe a little more than that, maybe 2.5%. You know, again, I'm in the middle. Okay, selling off. Let's see if we get a nice bounce off of those support levels. And yeah, sometimes lucky, man. That's the thing. Like if you're doing a 1 to 3 risk to reward, or okay, let me put it this way. If you're doing a 1-to-1 Or is it 1 to 2? A 1 to 2 risk reward, so you're risking 1 to make 2. All you need to do is be right like 33% of the time. That means out of 2 out of 3 trades, you can be wrong. And then you only need to be right on 1 to make your money back. So that's what's so great about risk management. And then when you compound that over time, you can make a ton of money. Here we go. What is Bitcoin doing? Take a look at Bitcoin. 105. But see it right back where it was. 105. Let me put orange. Look at that. It bounced right off of that 106 pretty much level. So it's not really doing anything, guys. It's still very, very choppy. If anything, do you see this downward trend? Uh-oh. Has a down trend line. It did break it, but look where it's at right now. It's literally right on the cusp of that of that trend line, man. I love trend lines. Trend lines work. They freaking work. They freaking work, man. Okay, here we go. 16. I'm going to go ahead and buy 10 more here. Brought my average down a little bit from 1628 to 1618, something like that. 1589. 1598. Okay, now it's testing that moving average, although it's not that important on the 1 minute, so it's almost irrelevant to even look at the moving average. Here we go, catching that support at pre-market levels. Will we hold support at pre-market levels? Yesterday it was around $15.80. Today we're holding around $16, so that's a little bit higher of a support than yesterday. And guys, I want you guys to understand it doesn't always have to be about money. Okay, and I know I talk about money a lot. Just remember, okay, I'm going to be aggressive. I've been doing this longer. You know, if you're just getting started, it's okay if you're a little conservative, you know, do your thing. It's okay. And the whole point is, are you learning from these? And if the cherry on top is to make more money while you learn, that's awesome. But the whole point is to understand why I'm buying, why I'm opening, why I'm selling, why I'm even looking at this. Why am I cutting losses? Why am I averaging down? Why am I averaging up? You know, why is my position size the way it is? Why am I taking so many buy orders? And I want you guys to understand this. Ask questions. That way to better understand trading for yourself. The whole point of these live streams, guys, is for you. I don't have to record myself trading. And I appreciate you guys for showing up too. You guys are awesome. That means you guys want to learn how to trade. Causing a ruckus. How do you set up a take profit and can I cancel it if I want to? Yeah, you sure can. You can set limit orders. So sell, limit. Let's say I want a limit order at 1660. Let's go 1650 so you can see it. See this little green line here? Now I can set sell for however many shares I want. 10 shares, 40 shares, 1 share. And I can hit sell now. Okay. Now it'll be stuck here as a limit. Now be very careful because if you hit market, it will sell automatically. If you hit a stop limit or a trailing stop above where the price is, above it, it will automatically sell it. So be careful with stops. The only time you should ever do a stop limit, or a trailing stop is below the action, below the price action. Okay. So yes, you definitely can. And then when you want to cancel, if there's a button for it, you could just go right here and hit X and cancel. Or you can go to your open orders of the day. working orders under this tab, and you could find it and you could cancel it that way. Okay, hope that helps. Hope that helps. When you are in the money game, you talk the money game. It's not about the money, but money is freeing. Yes, sir. That's it. That's it. We're all here to make money. Oh, wow. It's already been 30 minutes, guys. And then when you're having fun, it's insane. Like, time goes by so freaking fast. It really, really does. I have a lot of fun with you guys. All right, here we go. We're seeing a nice bounce off of $16. Very bullish. Now, I know there's plenty of people shorting this. I know one of the guys I watch quite frequently still, Ricky Gutierrez. Again, I owe a lot of my success to him. I've learned so much from him over the last decade. Okay, as I was learning, I was watching him, his daily lives, in his paid course. He does have a paid course. And I just like to get in there and see what he's doing. He shorts a lot now. He is a big time shorter. He shorts MSTR. He shorts sound. I mean, we're talking thousands and thousands of shares. I also watch Ross Cameron, who's the exact opposite. He trades the momentum trades. So I'm getting two different perspectives every single day. And then using my perspective on top of it can create a really great, like, just foundation for levels of the market. Okay, it's one thing to show up to the market every day. It's another thing to understand it and actually get value from the markets every day. Okay, it actually has that nice trend. Do you see that downward trend line? It has formed a downward trend line here. See that? Very beautiful. There's nothing wrong with that. We like the volatility. We freaking love volatility. Thing is it going to bounce? Give us one more push up, or is it going to get rejected again? Right? That's the whole point. But yeah, the point to that was, I've learned a lot. Support, resistance, key levels, direction, risk management, opportunity cost. There's plenty of trades you can take every day. But would you put $1,000 into a company to make a single dollar? No, you really wouldn't. I mean, I know I wouldn't. That's like, why would I even get out of bed? Or would you maybe spend $100 to make $100? Now that's a fantastic opportunity cost. That's 100%. So I'll stay on with you guys just a little bit longer here. Let's see if we can get some kind of a capture on this move. If it's going to bounce off of these levels, or if it's just going to get rejected and we're going to, break even for the day. That's what's so cool about having a little bit of cushion, a little bit of profits when you first start out. I was up, I think it was like a $12. And so now I'm down like $6. I'm not sweating. I'm still positive. I could sell right now and get out positive. I could lose a little bit more and break even. But my risk management is there, right? Make 12, risk the $12 to make 30 or 40. Maybe you risk the 30 or 40, make 100 and 200, right? Whatever your comfort levels are, but slowly building on top of that. Now, I should be buying more shares down here, to be honest. If we start seeing signs, it's still holding support. Let's just do this and showcase it to you. Watch. I'm going to go ahead and buy what I got left. 4 limit. Let's go 16. Oh, I still got my sell order. Let's go $16, right? So if it hits $16 again, it'll buy. And that's a great way to do it too. So you could have a buy order at a low. You could have a sell order at the top. If your buy order never gets triggered, then you never took the trade, right? Well, I guess you can technically have a sell order if you don't have any shares. But, I could buy more here, I could sell some here, I could buy some here, and I could sell some there. Be inside that same position, but just be moving shares back and forth. Maybe I buy 20 shares at the bottom, sell 20 at the top, but I'm holding on to, say, an additional 20 or 40 shares. So you're fluctuating, but you're buying the lows, selling the highs, buying the lows, selling the highs. And if you can do that multiple times a day as long as you don't run out of cash. Which is so great. On a margin account, forget it. After $25,000, you have unlimited buying power. That's why it's so great to learn how to invest now with a small amount of money. Lose small while you learn. Because once you get to 25,000, you have unlimited trading potential. And we're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars in volume that you could trade every single day. So 25,000 is a milestone for so many traders out there because it gives you like, it's like a money glitch, an unlimited amount of day trades and money. Okay, you have $25,000. Yeah, you can only take a $25,000 position. But say you take that position, it goes up to 30,000. You sell. Do you think that's it? Oh, I used all my money. I can't trade anymore. No, you can now take that 30,000 and trade again and trade again and trade again. And as long as you don't get below 25,000, you won't get margin called and you won't have to worry about putting more money in, and you won't have to worry about any of those PDT rules. It's so fantastic. And I'm so excited for all of you guys to get to that point. And maybe you already are. Maybe you're already at 25,000 and you're just trying to learn. That's okay too. It's nothing wrong with that. Everyone starts in different places. Everyone has different backgrounds. And that's okay. There's no reason to compare ourselves. What can we do to be a better version of ourselves today? Did we learn something today? Yes. How are we able to apply it today? Or can we apply it tomorrow? How can I practice what I learned? I spent so many years consuming information and never took action. And so I am actually years behind of my true potential. And I think that's the case for many of us. In a world where there is unlimited amounts of information, and we are barely starting to see the repercussions and the consequences of that. Sometimes too much information is a bad thing. You ever research something and you got the answer right away? It just wasn't the answer maybe you were looking for. So you researched again, you did some more researching to find out that most of the answers are all pretty much the same. Before you know it, hours go by, and that 10-minute task turned into 3 hours of research, and you actually never got anything done. Okay? Engineers have a good saying. You need to create the product before you optimize it. Does that make sense? Everyone wants to optimize their next big idea. Everyone wants to optimize their next big trade. But yet no one actually takes action in it. How can you optimize a product that doesn't exist yet? Make the product, make the prototype, take that first step, take that trade. And then if you make mistakes or it doesn't work out accordingly, then you learn from those mistakes. You grow, and then you optimize. Didn't mean to go on a rant, but man, that's exactly how our human brains work. We don't like to do hard stuff. Hard stuff, our brain no likey. Ooh. All right, looks like it is selling off. Let's see if it does hold that 582 support. If it doesn't, then this was a bunk trade. Profits would have been right at the beginning. And this does have that cycle. It has a tendency to pump up and then sell off, pump up, sell off, pump up, sell off, and then run. So we'll see if this runs or not. Also, it can just sell off all the way back down to $13, $14. Our $12 in profit just got sucked up and drained out. And then waiting, right? Waiting for that opportunity to buy at those lows. You know, buying here at this low. We're at 40 minutes into the market barely. So direction is still, direction is pretty clear. It's bullish, but then it came back to retest support. And now it's retesting support to see if it is going to continue to stay bullish. Here we go, bouncing off of $16 again. You see how it's kind of staying below that trend line that we drew? It's amazing. Trend lines repeat themselves. They do tend to repeat themselves. Patterns, trend lines. All right. Hello, hello. Good morning, guys. Everyone who's first tuning in, hello. All right, let's see. Are we going to get that bounce that we're looking for? I want to say we will, but it probably isn't going to be till later on in the day. So I'm actually going to go ahead and sell limit. Let's go 40. Let's go 43 shares. We'll put this to 1659. That's where that previous support was. 16. Maybe we might even be able to do 1649. And then if I need a drag and drop, I can. All right. Well, I will definitely keep you guys updated. Still looking like it's consolidating. I will give you my updates in the trade ideas section of the Discord. If you guys want to check that out, it is 100% free for now, and it is lifetime access. So definitely get in right away if you want. Short is sound by mistake. Rookie mistake. Missed my opportunity. Tech One Media. Hey, welcome. Welcome to the live stream. That's okay. Where did you short at? Did you short sound at the open? Because there's still a chance. You know, it's not. There's nothing saying this is extremely bullish or not. It could still sell off. Thanks. Yes. Okay. Hey, that's okay. Direction's actually in your favor. One thing I could tell you if you're new here is always wait about 30 minutes for direction and never go full size. You know, maybe go 10 or 20% of your actual position you want to take. That way, if it does begin to go against you, you can cut your losses at a smaller, or you cut your losses at a smaller loss, or you could actually add up at the top here. You could have had your other 80% of your position size and added it here, bringing that average here, and then selling here. Okay, I hope that helps. And hey, it's still selling off, so unless you sold, you still have potential to still make some profits. Yeah, beautiful setup. Okay, well good. Hey, no worries. Identifying opportunities and you're practicing and taking advantage, okay? That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. As long as your winners are bigger than your losers and you have more green days than red days, you will always be more profitable than not. Okay, we're going to end that there, guys. I appreciate your time. We're going to see if this holds. Hit me up in the trade ideas. 100% free, lifetime access for right now. If I do begin to charge one day, you don't have to worry about it because you already have early access to the Discord. Trade ideas, live stream, day trading sessions like this every morning. A lot of great material and content in there, and connect with like-minded individuals such as yourself, network and get involved with others that want to share the same ideas, and that's learn how to make money in the stock market. Guys, I appreciate your time. Like always, remember, let's end the year on a green note, and we'll see you all in tomorrow morning's live day trading session. Thanks, guys, and have a fantastic rest of your day.